Hey guys, I'm Awesome Fusion, and today I want to talk about supports. So, I want to talk about Nidalee support, unorthodox supports, and generally what makes a support. So, on my travels into the lower ELO brackets, no offense intended, but I saw a lot of Nidalee supports, and during my time in the higher ELO brackets, I never really saw Nidalee support, maybe a couple times, but it's definitely a more popular thing the lower ELO you go. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings or anything. This is just an observation and my analysis of how it's going. So before anyone rips my head off and says Nidalee support is good, I saw people own with it, I own with it, I saw Bishu own with it, it's really, really strong. I'm not saying it's not possible to play Nidalee support and win. It's very possible to do that. In fact, I played Lux AD carry with Nunu support and managed to win. But like anyone can win with any champion in any circumstance if someone really messes up or if someone does a really epic play. It's not quite as black and white as something is viable and something isn't. In my opinion, every champion anywhere is potentially viable. It's just whether what's ideal and using the mechanics together. For example, Lux and Nunu together is not really great mechanics. Lux would work well in a duo lane if you had to, with something like Taric where you can chain stuns together, and none of her kit really suits AD carry at all. But yet I still managed to win a game with it. Does that mean it's ideal? No, it just means it's possible to do. So Nidalee is really a great example of what a support isn't. Yes, she has her heal and her attack speed buff, but the attack speed buff is very short, the heal is very small, and it really relies on AP to be useful. Soraka's heal, for example, gives a lot of armor and ends up healing a lot regardless of what AP it's at. Nidalee is a champion with very high scaling, so putting her in a support role doesn't really take advantage of her that much. So let's take a little look at Alistar, tried and tested support for thousands of years of LoL history. What he comes with in opposition to Nidalee is that he comes with a bunch of free, useful things that he can do without needing gold. And that is really the essence of why people pick support champions, why they are the support champions they are, is because they're useful without getting much gold. If you look at the gold distribution throughout the whole game, support is definitely the lowest, and then jungle, and then mid, AD carry, and top. But support has to be useful while not having hardly much gold. Although this has changed in Season 3, supports end up getting a bunch more gold now and are kind of different to the way they were in Season 2. But the same principle still stands. You have to be useful while not getting tons and tons of gold like other champions do. And that's kind of why Nidalee support isn't too good. So Alistar has his Q, that's a knock-up. It's totally independent of his AP. It doesn't knock them up more the more AP you get. It knocks them up regardless. And he can knock them away regardless. And his heal is actually quite some nice utility as well in lane. And really, this is what makes a support. Having some kind of CC or some kind of slow and being useful without having items. So I was kind of wondering why people play Nidalee support. I guess they kind of get tricked into her by her heal and an attack speed buff. I guess it kind of works well with AD carry in theory, but once again, she has no CC or any kind of way to protect the AD carry, which, in my opinion, is kind of selfish, because you're kind of denying someone the opportunity to potentially win a game or potentially do well in a team fight just because you want to have fun as Nidalee. And that's really the main reason why people pick Nidalee, because she's a very fun champion. I can attest to that myself. I love playing Nidalee. And that's, in my opinion, the main reason why people pick it. I guess it's fine in normals, but at least in ranked games, it's a very selfish thing to do. Once again, don't get me wrong though, I'm not saying play Alistar, Taric or Janna or go burn in hell. I'm basically saying pick a support based on the principles of what a support is. So, for example, Syndra support, she actually has a stun. Say you pair her with Ashe or Varus, use their stun as well in combination, bursting down at 6 for example. It's just, Nidalee is a really nice example of what a support shouldn't be. You could play even Anivia support, or Maokai support, or just something that's a bit more fitting to the support role. And I would suggest you guys try those things. I mean, you can really catch people off guard with that type of thing. Thanks for watching though. Hopefully I've covered everything that people would want on this topic. If you have any questions, just let me know in a comment below and I'll try to answer. Oh, and just quickly, if you're still here, listen to this. That's the GG button. Thanks to the guys from ggbutton.com for sending that to me. Just a quick little shout out to them. It's pretty cool.